What's up, everybody? How are we all doing today? It's Captain Razhe. We are here with a special 2025 stream. Ignore this left side, I was just testing things. We're doing something a little different today. Something a little different. Little unusual, little unique, a little fancy here. We're playing nothing. We're not playing anything today, unless this is really quick. I don't know. But I figured, hey, it's 2025. What better time to do a top 25 list, right? So we're on the Topsters. The Topsters 3. I don't know what happened to the other 2, but we're just gonna make it. We're just gonna do a top 25 of my favorite games of all time. I've been alive for at least 32 years. At least. I'm sure I can give you an exact countdown, but yeah. 32 years and 3 months? Damn. That's too long. Actually, that's almost spot on, because it's a second. Haha! But yeah. Why not? I played a lot of games. This is gonna be a fun list, because there are going to be some games on here that is going to be like, I'm going to be able to just knock out on the list. Like, this is top 10 easily, blah, 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 blah. But it's everything else that's going to have me confused and scared. Because I'm going to be like, I'm going to probably have to think really hard when I think of my favorite games ever. So, yeah, let me know how audios are coming out, by the way. I got some background music going on. I needed something for the silence. But yeah. I also considered putting on, like, the webcam as well. You know, just to have a live reaction to me thinking, but I look like a dirty piece of shit right now. I desperately need to shave. I'm wearing, like, the baggiest hoodie I got. Basically, you could call me Greasy Steve, and I'd be like, yeah, okay. So, no camera. I had it set up just in case, but I decided not to last second. It feels good though. I feel nice and comfy. I'm in my comfy clothes, because that's what we're gonna do today. If this actually does go by really quickly, I'll probably do a little bit extra streaming, but otherwise, yeah, that's what today is. Don't worry. Monday we'll be back to our regular Yakuza, which we are desperately behind because I accidentally slept on Monday. So, we'll be back on a more regular schedule soon, and I'll be making up for it with more stream next week, so stay tuned. Stay tuned for that, but that's that. Let's look at right now, right? Let's put our thinking caps on. So, what are we gonna? Let's get some easy ones knocked off the list right now. All right, some favorites knocked off forever. All right, like what do we got? We got Pokemon. We gotta put Pokemon Heart Gold on here. That's our number one. All right, that's our pure and simple number one game of all time. If you watched the channel, when I went through my Gen 2 playthrough, I kind of came to this conclusion after I realized just how important the game was to my heart. I love how we got this upbeat music going on, and I'm like, oh yes, the good times. But yeah, no other game had like hit me as hard as Gold did when I was like, how important it was as a kid, how valuable of an experience it was, you know, just like going through for the first time ever. Nothing's gonna top it, so remake is just the game but better. It's just Gen 2 but better, so number one. On that note, I will not put Gold on the list. I could easily do that, but also I should mention real quick, in terms of the series, there is no limit, so, and that's important because what's coming up is going to be funny. But if it's like a remake or remaster, unless it's a specific version, it's just in general going to be the one I put on the list. Or like an in general one. For example, let's get this next one out of the way. Final Fantasy! Oh my god, Final Fantasy. I could pick any version of the original Final Fantasy 1. They would all go up here, so we're just gonna put the original, just FF1 original, but I gotta give it to them all, to all the series, to all the ones, I should say. My favorite version overall is probably the PSP version. It has the most content, it looks really good. It's just all around great. But the original sprite work is fucking phenomenal. I mean, that's why we have my icon being a modified fighter from 1, because I just love the Final Fantasy sprite work. Oh man, it's so good. I wouldn't trade it up, but the worst ones to play is the NES, but it's also like the one that people always do like randomizers and stuff on, so hey, I gotta go with like, all the ones are great! All the FF ones are great! So in general, Final Fantasy 1 is on the list. And to prove that, again, this isn't the 1 per series rule, let's grab 7 while we're here. We can see it. Final Fantasy 7, I grew up with great, like, probably one of the most Final Fantasy I grew up with the most. Very close to 6, and 1. But 7 was, like, the first one I played on my own. So, and I grew up with it. That was awesome. The character designs were great. The music was fantastic. And I just love JRPGs. So, because of 1 and 7, and 6, but 6 probably isn't going to be on my list, I got my love for JRPGs. So, they are on the list. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Maybe they'll move as we work here on, I don't know. On that note, let's grab the last Final Fantasy game that's going to be on the immediate to grab list. I have a few games, right? And yeah. Yeah. Get Final Fantasy Tactics up in here. Final Fantasy Tactics, oh boy. I'd probably put like War of the Lions on here. But I played the original. I want to play through War of the Lions. I'm planning on doing that this year in 2025. So it'll be done. I love Tactics' music is, oh my god, it's the most godlike, probably one of my favorite, if not my actual favorite soundtrack in a video game. It's just so good. It's just so good. I could probably look up some music for it, but I'm gonna save that. I talked about 1, 7, and Tactics a lot in my tier list video for Final Fantasy, which is probably my most controversial video ever made. I appreciate all the love and attention that video got, and all the hatred I got for shitting on 8, as I should. And by that I mean, I should be shitting on 8, not that I should be getting hate for it, just saying! But, yeah. Final Fantasy's a big series. It's important to my, like, being as a human. So, of course 3 games minimum are gonna be in my top 25. It's just that obvious. But anyways, let's keep going. We're still got we're getting the easy stuff done, right? So, next one is a game that I considered my favorite until I realized, oh, that's not it. I realized it was my most, what the fuck are these? I don't like any of these images. There, oh my god, Kirby Superstar. I considered Kirby Superstar to be my, like, actual favorite game until I came to the realization of how important Gen 2 Pokemon was. So I'm gonna put this, like, in 3rd? No. Would I put it more in Final Fantasy 1? I'm gonna say no, actually. I'm gonna say no. Ooh. But yeah. We got a top 5 already set for. This is probably gonna, no, Tactics is probably gonna go lower. I love Tactics, I really do, but we'll see, right? Just because I have a few easy picks doesn't mean I know exactly where they're going. So, we're kind of just winging it. But Kirby Superstar, I always look back and it's like, why do I think Kirby Superstar's to be like my favorite, one of my favorites. And I think it's just because it makes me happy as a gamer. And it's funny because I never really played it when I was like a kid. I think I only really started with, I don't know. I can't pick an exact time frame, which I say, yeah, this was it was like, I guess when I was in high school, I played it like a bit. I think that was around that time, yeah. It was a short overall experience. I could play through the whole game in like a day. Like, all 6 games, and the variety was nice. I really liked Great Cave Offensive and Milky Way Wishes. Those were the 2 best, easily. But, yeah, no, it was just a great game. It made me happy, and I enjoyed it. Every time I boot it up, I feel happy. I'm happy to put a playthrough in on a whim. Speaking of games I'd like to put playthroughs through on a whim, let's grab another one of these bad boys. I like my segues. Mega Man X, baby! What is that? Super Mario 64? Wait, what? Hold on, huh? Alright, which one's the actual correct Mega Man X? What is this? I'm gonna throw this on real quick just to see. Mega Man X, T-He-Man X. Get that out of here. Oh, what the hell? I just grabbed the whole thing. Is the first one what I want? Sure! Sure! I actually... Okay. Okay. Anyways, where was I? So yeah. Mega Man X is just like... It's such a comfort game for me. That's another game I can just like beat in like a day, and it's just so enjoyable for me every time I do it. I'm not gonna say I'm like some godlike Mega Man X player, but I really do like my Mega Mans. If I had my complaints, it's that, man, I wish the series stayed this consistently good. Down the road, when I get all the 8X games played, I'm probably gonna do a tier list on them. That's gonna be fun, alright? Especially because I know I'm gonna piss someone off. I know I'm gonna make someone upset with my X tier list. Oh, man. X1, though? X1 is, like, the easiest game for me to just boot up and play. But that's not the only Mega Man X game that I really, really, really love. There's another one I just, like, go back and forth with, and that's X4. X1 and X4 are, like, 2 of my favorite games. Like, I love playing through X4, and it's like, which one do I like more, X1 or X4? And it's like, I go back and forth on them, but I gotta give X to, like, the smallest of edges. Just because it's, like, it's so easy for me to just boot up and play, while X4 is... got the meme dialogue. It's all really good experience, but I just like booting up X1. I just like booting up X1 just a little bit more. Now the question is, where are they gonna be ranked? I'm saving a lot of my conversation, especially with X and X4, for the tier list video when I eventually do it. But yeah, I'm gonna put X. Tactics is definitely going below the 2. That feels weird to say. They're both they're all really good games. They're all good. But would I put X above 7? Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say yes, but I would not put 7 above 4. It's a slight edge, you know, like. I gotta geek here. I gotta give it that. I gotta give it to that. Alright, but yeah, X4 is pretty good. X4 is pretty solid, but I think I'd FF7, man. FF7's god tier. Let's put a more newer game on the list. Because I have a lot of old games here. We're like, what's the newest thing here? Heart Gold, and that's a remake of a game that came out in 2000. Let's, I mean, it's a long-running series, but I gotta put a game that I actually do love to play these days. And that's a Smash Brothers game. Oh my god, what the hell are these individual images? I think I want this one. Yeah. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Super Smash Oh man, I always love playing Smash Brothers. It's the game that brought me together with my friends. So I have it's very, very close to my heart. I wouldn't put the whole series behind, like, without this series, I would be a very different person. And it's all thanks to friends. So I gotta thank my friends, all of us who played at high school, played a couple rounds of Smash Brothers Brawl, because that was like the new game at the time. Sometimes we played Melee, but generally we stuck to Brawl. We always played like what the newest version was. I mean, when high school ended, Smash 4 was long ways away, but we had those. I would put, like, it's always been more of a iterative favorite. Like, when Smash 4 came out, I'd say Smash 4 was my favorite. And Smash Ult came out, Smash Ult was my favorite. I know there's another series that I don't know if I'll put on this list that'll follow the same rule, other than one exception. What I mean, it's gonna be hard to top Smash Ultimate for the next few years. And if, like, another Smash Bros. Game comes out, we're not gonna have this roster. We're gonna be lucky to have half of that roster. So Smash Ult with all the DLC, like, that's peak. That's peak video games. So the question is, where does it go? How high does it go on the list? So let's start asking questions. Is it better than Tactics? Yes. Is it better than X4? Yes. Would I play it over 7? No. I'd be tempted to put it above 7, but then I ask, why would I not want to? And the biggest thing I could think of is the multiplayer is great in Smash Ultimate, but playing it without multiplayer, like if you're just wanting to do single player stuff, the content sucks. If it had like a full-on adventure mode, like how Brawl had Subspace Emissary and not like the Spirit Board Arena adventure, I'd be a little bit more in favor of it. But yeah, unless you're playing with friends, I mean, you start seeing the holes. But it's still a really good experience, and I wouldn't trade any of my time with the series for anything else. Alright, we got Smash Bros. Is there anything else that's really obvious that I'm forgetting about? I say that, it's like, clearly forgot something stupid. Oh no, am I already out of locks? I can't be. There's gotta be something. What am I forgetting? Oh god. Alright, we're out of locks. We're out of locks at 8. Oh no. There's something really obvious, and it just came to my mind. We're good. Sort of. Link to the Past, baby. Link to the Past. I have played this game countless times on my channel, and I will play it countless more. Which one is the correct answer? That's the GBA version. No. That's a Link to the Past randomizer? I can put the randomizer on here? Oh shit, alright. Fuck it. I'm fine with actually being there. That's not fitting on the stream screen anymore. Oh boy. Oh no, it's also revealing the truth behind my background. Link to the Past. What? No, stop trying to grab everything. Give me the... No. Whatever. Anyways. There. Link to the Past. I could put the randomizer on here because it was the randomizer that made me really like LTTP. I won't. Just out of kindness of my heart. Alright. I'm just seeing if I can... Okay. I'm gonna, like, adjust this now, because I wasn't prepared to stretch things out more than that. I didn't think LTTP would, take up a lot of, text space. We could fix it. I have this is a secretly super jank, like, thing. Okay? It's a secretly very jank of a setup. I need to hide more, don't I? Okay. I'm surprised I cropped to the right. Oh wait, I mean that makes sense. Why else would I, right? Anyways, Link to the Past is absolutely on the list. I am cropping in the wrong direction. But I also hope that Link to the Past is the longest title I got here. There. Like I said, it's secretly super duper jank. But it's fine. Anyways, Link to the Past. It's a nice, easy Zelda game that I can play through. I'm actually doing a playthrough on the channel right now of the Link to the Past randomizer. I've done many in the past, I'm doing one now, and I'm planning on doing more in the future. I recommend checking out that Link to the Past LP. The current ongoing one, because I don't think I've ever struggled so much in one playthrough. So there's something new. Something new, because usually I do pretty alright, but not this time. That's really great. That's a different twist on things. Oh man, I wish Bagheera games had randomizers. It's cool though that we're getting modern games a lot of sneaking into randomizers. I feel like I wonder what started that. Like, wonder what made developers, like indies especially, go, yeah, that sounds pretty good. I feel like it might have been mostly Pokemon. The Pokemon randomizers. I feel like that would have had the biggest effect, but I don't know. They're all pretty good. Anyways, we got a Link to the Past. We got 3 Final Fantasies, 2 Mega Mans, Kirby, a Pokemon. What else we got going for us? What would I add to be a big fancy game? I'm gonna actually just have to start just putting things on the list, and then if it get gone, I have to get rid of it. We're actually at that point. Oh boy, that sounds crazy, actually. All right. Oh, whoops! I accidentally clicked on books. Or my thing froze. I don't know. That might be possible too. I think my left side froze. Hold on, something's weird going on. I think the left side of my screen froze. I just realized that. That's funny. It completely froze. I just noticed it. Good work, stream. I tried to, like, record 2 different sides, and I guess it just doesn't know how to handle that. That's weird. But it's at least the cool mysteries is you don't know what's going to be on that list. Oh, God. I think it's currently fixed. We'll find out. Cool. On that note, what was on that screen just in a moment ago for the longest time? Our 10th game. Battle Hunter, baby. I'll never shut up about Battle Hunter. I had to... There, fuck, my mouse is just acting up. Hold on, there we go. Perfect! I love Battle Hunter. More people need to play Battle Hunter. What the hell's Battle Hunter? Well, glad you asked me. Battle Hunter is a board game, card game hybrid. It takes place in the post-apocalyptic future. World War III happens, everything went to hell. And it's up to hunters to gather relics of the past to make a living. Anyways, the actual game. It is a board game, card game. Players take turns, 4 players, roll dice, try to navigate the board. There's RPG elements. Yeah. It's hard to explain without being able to actually play it, but you got cards of all kinds. I actually made a big Blue Skies threads about it because I was just really bored one day, and I'm like, well, I've been negative a lot on this thing, so I'm going to be positive. And I just started listing this game. It's really good. It's a very basic game, but I'll never shut up about it because it's a lot of fun. And it's an obscure little PlayStation 1 game. You can actually get it on PS3 still. I checked the store a while back. It's still there. The game was sold for, I think, no more than 20 bucks when it was released. Like, on PlayStation. Remember when games got released physically for $20? Fuck yeah, man. What happened to that? Everything's like a minimum of 80. Stupid Canadian pricing. Oh, God. Alright. Anyways, that was a fun tangent. Everyone should play Battle Hunter. I swear it's worth it. if you have friends. It's best with friends, obviously. Board game RPG elements. Come on, does that not sound interesting? The game's not perfect. I will not say that it's perfect, but if the game could have a second chance and just be re-released with, like, modern sensibilities in mind, and by that I mean get rid of the death penalty. That's a sentence you don't want to take out of context. And, like, just make it more rewarding overall. I think you could do it. I think it could be done. But that's, yeah, that's my top 10 games. And I don't think I could put Battle Hunter any higher than 10th place, because... Oh, God. Okay. Anyways, that's Battle Hunter. That's top 10. We gotta find 15 more games on this list. We've done the easy part. Now comes the challenging parts, the bits. Oh, what comes to mind when I think of best games ever? This is the part where I have to, like, mentally go down a list of games that I played in my past. So, NES games, what comes to mind? I have Super Mario Brothers. Great game, but I don't think I'd put it on the list. Duck Hunt. No. Final Fantasy, which is on the list. And that's, like, all I really have as a memory, positive memories for as a kid. I know we also had, like, Kung Fu, and we had Dragon Power, which was Dragon Ball, but localized to the point of comedy. But no real NES games I played as a lot as a kid. Super Nintendo, we had Mario All-Stars, Final Fantasy 6/3, but I don't know if I'd put that on my list or not. I'd have to run through everything, and even then, I'd probably pick the other Final Fantasies first. Because I had some Final Fantasies in that tier list that were A tier. Those would obviously go in before 6. But yeah. I'm trying to think of stuff. I'm trying to think, what did I play as a kid? Man, it was a weird time. I think one game that we recently played on this channel deserves to be on the list. Wrong. There we go. I'm gonna try to put, not DS, HD, DH, good enough. I might put Dragon Quest III on the list, and and you know what? I think the remake's better than the original. I think it's worthwhile to be on here. I think it's all right. I enjoyed my playthrough of HD 2D remake of 3, and I would do it again. Of course, right now I'm trying to make the ultimate character. Try to get that one character that has, like, every skill and spell in the game on, and I just want to do it for the sake of doing it. So, yeah. Let's keep it. Let's keep it like this. Keep it Dragon Quest III HD remake. It's probably gonna be I was gonna say that's probably the newest game on the list. Of course it's the newest game on the list. It came out like 3 months ago, at best. I could put Dragon Quest III Original on here if it wasn't for HD 2D being such an improvement. But at the same time, you could absolutely have both 3 and Remake be considered a different game, because even just the abilities and spells, ability system just being added makes it a completely different experience. So, understandable. Understandable. It's an understandable. I like the game. I don't like how you're broke for most of the game. I do not like that part. But otherwise, damn good experience. Highly recommend any JRPG fan to play Dragon Quest III. If you're gonna play any of the series, play 3. That's my recommendation. On that note, as I was talking, something came to mind, and I've already forgotten what it was. So I'm gonna put another game on here that the only reason why I own a PS2 right now. I think I spelt it wrong. Let's see how accurate I am. I'm dead on. Soul Calibur 3. Soul Calibur 3 is the reason why I own a PS2 right now. That is not an exaggeration. When I was a lot younger, my brother was going to sell his PlayStation 2. And he was in the process. He already sold most of our games. But it's like, I was like, man, I want to play I want to keep playing Soul Calibur 3. I don't want to give that up. So I bought it from him. Spent my money, and I bought the PS2 from him, and I saved Soul Calibur 3. If I didn't do that, damn. I would have been PS2 list, which would have sucked. Doubly so because, hey, I liked it. This game had one hell of a single-player campaign. I played it on this channel, the oh man, Chronicles of the Sword. Not as good as I remember, but this game still brought me so much love as a kid because it was just everything. It had stuff for single-player, stuff for multiplayer. It was so good. I enjoyed it. Creating character was a lot of fun because it was new at the time. It's a shame they never advanced the character creation system since 4. It's a real shame. I really wish we could get like a better character creator. But still, for the first time, oh my god, this was as far as I'm concerned, it was revolutionary. But yeah, no, this single game made me want to keep the PS2, and I did what I could to keep it. So now because we got that steel PS2, we're able to play Yakuza 1 on the channel, which is what I'm usually live streaming right now. And when that's done, it'll be something else. But I have so many other games that I want to play. And because of Soul Calibur 3, I can do that. So, thank you, Namco Bandai. I wish you didn't kill the series. Viciously. Oh god. I'm gonna make myself sad. Let's move on to something else. What else can I put on this list? You know, we're talking about games that are like important to me, and the reason why I have them. I think this is actually a good time to add what might be one of the more weirder games on this list. I can't spell. I can't spell when I'm not looking at my keyboard. I'm gonna put Halo Reach on here. I think it's a little bit of a weird one, but Halo Reach was like a game I remember playing. I played it for like a year when it came out, like every day. I did dailies and weeklies, like so much. I did so much of those dailies and weeklies. I don't think I missed anything for like a year straight. I forget what it was, but we eventually just found something to snap us out of it, and then we stopped doing it as much, but we still enjoyed it so much. It's such an experience for me. My favorite memory of Halo Reach was shortly after launch when they still had a level cap of Lieutenant Colonel Grade 3. Me and a friend were playing local multi. We were playing together in the same room. We were online, and we had the Xbox microphones were on, and it was like so funny because we heard a kid. It's like, oh my god, it's a Lieutenant Corporal, and we lost it because it's like obviously it was Colonel, not like Corporal, but it was so funny. It's like it's a Lieutenant Corporal, and it's a memory we hold forever. Like Halo Reach brought me together with like a few of my online friends at the time. I don't talk to any of those friends anymore, but that's more of a case of we just kind of like we stopped owning the same consoles, so we kind of like drifted apart. But they're important people to me, so I'm gonna give them a shout out to my friends Alvin, Andy, and Frank. You were fucking weird, but you were bros. Especially Frank. It's the truth. Who knows? Maybe there'll be an excuse for me to talk to them again, right? I think I think I like talked to them, a lot of them when the Master Chief no, not the Master Chief Collection, with Halo Infinite. Almost, but it didn't quite happen. I miss those days. I miss those days getting online, chatting with people, and just being buddies, you know? But, hey, it's a game that brought a group together for my friends. That's one of, like, the most important games to my childhood. There are technically better Halo games, but Reach was too important for me. And 343 obviously killed Halo Reach because they added so much stuff that nobody liked. That didn't help at all. And 343 proceeded to continue ruining Halo, so hey, hey. What a time. Oh, it's funny saying 343 ruined it when, like, Halo 4 was the best one to go back to when we played Master Chief Collection, but that's a weird oddity that I wouldn't factor that in, and Halo Infinite's really good now. So, there's that, but I don't think I'd put that on the list. Too much of a bad time overall. Any other games that I can think of that had that level of impact like Halo Reach did? What games have I brought me together, right? With the people. What I can put like Budokai, Dragon Ball Z, Budokai 3. I remember playing a lot of that as a kid, but I don't know if I'd put that in my best games ever list, you know? I'm gonna start looking up games lists because I don't know anymore. I know nothing from the Genesis will be on my list because I never played the Genesis beyond like Sonic the Hedgehog, and that's definitely not a top 25 game. Alright. Da, 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 da. I love this music. Oh my god. Hey, dude. Hey, how you doing, man? We're rating video games. Video game thing is hard. Genesis has some good dumps. Oh, there's no doubt about it, the Genesis had good games. I just didn't own one as a kid. We were a Nintendo family until the PlayStation came out. Then we had Final Fantasy 7. And it's like my brain is just like, aha, you've unlocked a memory, but it's like, no, it didn't. But having played a recent PS1 game for the first time, I gotta put it on my list. We gotta put Brave Fencer Musashi on this bad boy. Do you have any Atlas games? I have plenty of Atlas games, but the question is, would I put them on the list? And I don't think I would. The only Atlas games, I know they made a lot, but the only Atlas games I really played were the later Persona games. Musashi's a well-deserved gem. Absolutely. I played that on my channel for my 100 subscriber special, and that was a lot of fun. That was... it might have actually been the most joyful playthrough of a game I put on the series. Like, the series that I did, whatever. So, I gotta put it up. It's definitely going above Halo. Especially because modern Halo pisses me off. I put it above Soul Calibur. Would I put it above Dragon Quest? Yes. Would I put it past Battle Hunter? Yes. But I think that's as far as the list is gonna go. Persona's a killer series. Persona's a pretty good series. I just have this weird thing where, like, when games have a time limit, I hate that. I hate it a lot. Even if the time limit's, like, really generous. And I don't mean, like, a stage limit like Mario Brothers. I just mean, like, I don't know, I just never liked the pressure. Same reason is why I've never played Majora's Mask. I just can't get over it. Even if it is technically infinite, I'll get around to it, I tell myself, and then I never do. Should be placed right before Tactics. Maybe, but I don't know. Link to the Past is something that's a tough one. That's a tough one for me to put Musashi above Tactics or above Zelda, because Zelda's I've done so many playthroughs of Link to the Past that it just feels like it's a part of me now. But otherwise, let's keep. What's our 15th game? Oh, so something on the PlayStation that I'm forgetting about. Let's see there. Games that come to mind. Spyro the Dragon. No. I like the Spyro games, but I don't think they're top list. Oh, I think my music just cut off. I think my music just stopped playing. It's like, are you still listening to it? And I'm like, yeah, of course. Totally listening to you. Dead or Alive? I don't know what you're talking about. I never played those games. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't play Dead or Alive. I'm a good boy. I'm a wholesome child. No, for real, I never actually played Dead or Alive. They feel good to play. I played, actually no, I did play a little bit of Last Round when it was like, they were giving away like a free character every month. I gave it a try through that, and I'm like, it feels alright. Alright, Rasputin, no one's gonna get that here. I don't talk about my Pathfinder adventures here. Anyways. Although saying that, it's like, my mind went to Virtual Fighter, but like, I wouldn't put that on the list. I had something just a second ago. God damn it, my brain. Oh yeah, now I remember, because I saw it on my computer background. This is gonna be able to be like the most controversial addition to the list. Probably, but I also can't deny it. Which one do you want me to pick? Those are all expansions. There we go. This should be it. Should be. Honkai Star Rail. That feels very, very weird to put on my list, but I played it literally every day last year. I'm putting in the dailies all the time. Gotta get my waifu Firefly. It's just been so enjoyable. It's so weird. You wouldn't think a gacha game would make it on someone's top list and someone being proud about it, but damn. Damn, is it good. It's definitely going above Halo, Dragon Quest, Soul Calibur 3, and Battle Hunter. That's for sure. GameCube titles? Maybe. I'm kind of like going through them in my head as the order in which I played them. So, Honkai's up here. I'm gonna keep it here because it's an ongoing game, and I don't know. I'm feeling like it did have its lower parts, and I wouldn't want to put that. It wouldn't feel right to put it above Musashi. We're at 15 games. We're doing pretty good. But yeah, let's keep moving. I'm glad we got that one out of the way. The controversial title. Seriously, why is there like 30,000 Honkai titles here? Is it seriously like what every version? I'm gonna put one in just to see. Yeah, it is. Alright, cool. Alright. GameCube games. Let's actually do that next, because I don't have any other PlayStation games that come to mind at the moment. If we have to go back, we will. But GameCube. The big ones I can think of are Smash Melee and Mario Kart Double Dash. For, like, contenders for the top list. I can't just say in general, obviously I think of a lot more. Metroid Prime 1? Ooh, maybe Metroid Prime 1. Prime 2's alright, but 1's better. Would I put Prime all over my top? Like, it's a really good game. It's like a 10 out of 10. Resident Evil, I actually never played through as a kid. The only Resident Evil game I played through is 4. 4, so I'm on the list. I say it just like, oh no shit, right? I played the game, I played the HD version, I guess we'll call it, the one that's on PS4, not 2 years ago. Or was it 2 years ago? It was a couple years ago. Do I have a GameCube right now? Of course I do. I also have a Wii. But yeah, no. I played RE4 on PS4 on the channel for Halloween, and I remember I wanted to play it again shortly afterwards, and no other game has made me do that, unless it's like one of my favorite games ever. So, I actually resisted the urge because I was busy at the time, but I love RE4. I would absolutely, it's on the list, but it's probably not going to go any higher. You can lend me a title. Oh, bro, calm down. I'm sure I'll be able to, if I think of something, I'll let you know. That sounds good, though. Oh, fuck. Oh, alright. That's RE4. But what other games have made me go, ooh, I want to play more of it? Part of me wants to put Double Dash on the list, but I feel like Ooh, Double Dash is a controversial one. It's either to me it's either Double Dash or 8 Deluxe. Double Dash Wii? What? What the hell's the first game on here? Hold on, what does this have to do with Double Dash? Alpaca Paca Double Dash. What? What? Alright, no. Monkey Island. I've never played a Monkey Island game. I've seen a little bit of it from my friend Kelly, good friend of the channel. I watched him play, like, the end of, I think, 2? And that's probably all my experiences. It's probably a visual novel, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a porn game, honestly. I don't know why, I just don't trust that, that box art design. What's this other one? What are these? What? I've been wondering what the hell these are. Double Dash Plus? What? Hold on. Wait a minute. You're telling me there's a Double Dash Plus mod out there? That's gonna be something I'm gonna have to look into. Actually, no. The more I think about it, Double Dash does deserve to be on this list. Because I've wanted to for the longest time, and I still do. I want to find a way to play Double Dash with all my friends. I know the big thing is you need to get like a LAN cable LAN set up, so we could probably, like, even if it was through emulation, we'd probably find a way to do it just so we could all play Double Dash. And that's for something that I barely got to play with a group of friends, because we usually, if we play Mario Kart, we're playing 8 Deluxe because it's the easiest one for us to boot up. But otherwise, yeah, no, Double Dash deserves it. A fan game with mods? Oh man, I'm gonna look it up right now. Screw it. Well, alright. Because it's tickled my interest. Alright, I very quickly found it. Overview. Found a wiki entry, I should say. 64 retro courses and 24 battle courses, as well as 200cc and 4-player Grand Prix. What the fuck? wait, so it's just, okay, alright. That's pretty good. That's really good. Oh my god, it's got Wii and 3DS stages? Okay. Alright. I'll have to look into this more off, but I'm interested. I'm very interested. I'm interested in this. Alright. That's 4-player Grand Prix. I'm like, that's the other part. That's okay. Who cares? We can just play 4 players and pick any course. But 64 more courses. I want to do it. I want to do it with friends. I'll find a way. I'll do it. Just gotta hope the computer can handle it. That's all. This poor computer. My cat is right now, like, sitting on my lap, and she wants attention and not for me to, you know, lean forward so I can grab the mouse and type with on the keyboard. This is a fun list. I like this. I like this. Alright. Wait, when did it come out? Hold on. 2024? The 7th month of the 27th day? So this is actually pretty recent. Holy shit. Alright. That's pretty good. Alright, anyways, where would I put Double Dash? I kind of want to pump it up to here. Yeah, that feels like a good spot. I don't... yeah, above the Soul Calibur. My cat is distracting me right now. My cat is very distracting. Anyways, yeah, that feels good. Is there any other GameCube games that come to mind? Twilight Princess? I don't know. The longest time I'd say Twilight Princess was like my favorite Zelda game, but that's before I played all the Link to the Past randomizers. Speaking of randomizers, does a randomizer make any other game that I can think of like a better one? I don't think it does. But yeah. I'm feeling pretty good on that. PS2. Something has got my cat's attention. He is like fully alert. Just 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back to some baller ass music. Alright. I had to go see what my cat was so interested in because it sounded like someone was right behind me and I have zero sensory awareness of what's going on behind me. So I had to go look. We're good, we're back. Alright. Where were we? Where were we? I don't know what I'm doing at the moment as I flip through my games randomly. Alright. PS2 games. I can think of any PS2 games besides Soul Calibur that deserves to be on the list. You know, there is one game that comes to mind that was on the PS2, but I haven't played it. I played its remake. Legends of Legaia, I haven't touched. Isn't that a PS1 game? That's exactly where my knowledge of it lies. I don't know. I heard of it, but I haven't played it. Alright, but you know what? I'm gonna put the remake on the list. Yakuza 2 Kiwami. Yakuza 2 is probably my... I love the Yakuza series, alright? I love it to fucking death. I love this series. Kiryu is one of the coolest protagonists ever. But, yeah, no, I didn't play the original 2. Also on PS2? Wait, it's a PS1 and a PS2 game? Weird. But yeah, I never played. I played Yakuza. I played 0, then Kiwami 1, and then Kiwami 2. But I never. And then I played 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, whatever. Like 3, 4, 5, 6, blah 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 blah. Like Kiwami 2 is like my favorite story. I'm like I said, as I've stated before, I'm currently playing Yakuza 1 on PS2, original hardware, on the channel. And when it comes to the sequel, because I probably will just go through the whole series. I don't know how I'm gonna play 2. I might just play I might look for an official copy of 2. I might just play Kiwami. I don't know, but like the story carries. It's so good. It's so good. It's such a good story. I highly recommend playing the Yakuza series. Like a Dragon on PS5. Oh, it's so good. It's such a good series, and I can't believe they shifted to a JRPG, and they did it right immediately. Like, they did so good. I still love the beat-em-ups, but yeah, good on them. You're making your games all heavy story focused, you might as well just make it a JRPG at that point, right? Shit. Alright, let's keep moving. Yeah, the question is, will I play 2 or 2? Like, I'd have to track down an official copy of 2. I'm not gonna emulate it, that's for sure. And even then, I really wanted to play the original 1 just so I could have the amazing dub. Mark Hamill as the Joker is better than it should be. Alright. Oh, sorry, Mark Hamill as Majima, sorry, not the Joker. Although he's basically the Joker. Would I put it any higher than... No. Ooh, that's a toughie. I feel comfortable here. I have not found a copy for PS2. Yeah, it's not easy to find. Seriously, I mean, I have what I own for physical Yakuza games. I have Dead Souls, and that's basically it. That's the only game I have physically for the series. Everything else is digital. Even 4. Even 4. I have 4 on PS3 and PS4. And I own like same with 5, but they're all physical. They're all digital. So Yakuza 1 is literally the first physical Like a Dragon game that I own. That's funny and weird. But anyways, what other games on PS2 have I played? I'm sitting here and I actually have no idea. Which is weird. Nothing jumps out. I played Final Fantasy X, but I wouldn't put that on my top list. I actually consider Final Fantasy X... Oh my god, I got hatred for this one. I put Final Fantasy X as a C-tier Final Fantasy. I actually got crap for that. From a person that I also watch on YouTube. That was funny. Hey, oh. And hey, I don't blame him. 10's just not my cup of tea. So, because of that, I just never... Oh, I just didn't care. I like 10, but it's like, it's not a top game material. Although when I say that, and feeling like I'm already struggling, I might be putting another Final Fantasy game on the list. Oh, man. Anyways, let's keep working here. If we have to go back on consoles, we will. But I own 10 and 10 too. I don't really like them. Yeah, they're very different. Like, I mean, every Final Fantasy game is basically very different. The gameplay for 10 is like really good. I can't speak for 10 too. I never played it, so. But I liked how they did turn-based combat in 10. That's probably the best turn-based they did for Final Fantasy, not counting ATB systems. But I just hate the weapon system and like getting the ultimate weapons. I like my weapons being mostly just stat sticks. You know? Well, what's the term for it? Anyways, I like my weapons being stats, basically, and having a clear upgrade. I don't like it when I have to like go, well, that just seemed better, and sometimes that's good enough, but I don't know, it just feels weird to have in a system. X2 is more like Sailor Moon meets Dress Up Barbie. Oof. Yeah, I know about the Dress Spear system. I mean, it's basically the job system from previous games. Only it's more active? That makes any sense? My understanding, you can switch between dress spears mid-combat, and that's like the job system in the older games, but you can't... Before, you couldn't do it mid-fight, right? So that's really cool. I don't know. But like I said, I've never played it, so I don't really know. I know on Nintendo 2, the 100% condition can go kiss my ass, and it's completely ass and garbage and stupid, and I hate it, but whatever. Just skip a dialogue line, game over. You're not getting that perfect ending. And it's like, wah. Alright, let's keep moving though. Let's keep moving. Games that I played. I should just like run to my room right now, just like look for the games. Just like, what do I got? What do I got? We're brain farting now. Oh baby. Let's put some Dark Souls games on here, or Souls-likes, I should say. Souls-like is a better way to put it, because 2 games come to mind that are Souls-like and not. Oh god, no, I can't put that on the list. But I can put this on the list. I was like, maybe Strangers of Paradise? No. I have to finish Strangers of Paradise before I can safely put it on a top list. Neo 2, though, I played all the way through. That shit was fucking awesome. Koei Tecmo's, I guess we're gonna call them the Souls-like division, because I don't know what else to call it, because they only did 2 Neo games and they branched out. They learn. You can tell that they're learning from, like, feedback when you play their games. Because I can't stand Neo 1 for a number of reasons, But I remember the first beta being complete, just like sour taste in my mouth, and then doing that again in the full release and seeing like all the actual fixes they did, and it made it like so much better. But then it's just like, man, those bosses are still jank as hell. I don't like that. Then you play Neo 2 and it's like really fun and enjoyable, and it's great. And then in the DLC, they bring back one of the bosses from 1, and you're like, oh my god, it's still jank and I hate it. But that just lets you go, oh, they actually learned. And it's a lot of fun on top of that. So Neo 2 absolutely deserves a spot on this list. At least until I can replace it with something else. Oh, man. You know a game I'd like to put on this list, but I can't in good conscience? Final Fantasy VII Remake. I can't put it on here because it's not a complete game. But anyways, that's just a random aside. Let's put some Dark Souls. And I don't know which Dark Souls I'd put on here. Definitely not Bleach Dark Souls. What the hell? That's a 2-pack? That's cheating. That's cheating. If I did put a Dark Souls game, like Dark Souls, it'd probably be 1, but even then I wouldn't even feel comfortable, but looking at that, yeah, I'll stick to the game that I actually played on this channel a few times. Bloodborne. Bloodborne! Where would it go? Bloodborne actually does deserve to go higher. Better than Neo, better than Yakuza, higher than Resident Evil. Yes. Reach, yes. Soul Calibur, absolutely. More than Double Dash. I don't know. No, I think that's a good spot for it. I feel like I'm looking at this and I'm like, if you're struggling now, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Alright. I'm trying to think, what other games have I prominently played, right? I have a picture of Donkey Kong Country staring at me right now, and it's like, you should pick that, and then I'm like, no. That monkey's freaking me out. Oh, boy. I wish I could just boot up my PlayStation right now, just to see what I played. Unfortunately, it's mostly Honkai. In recent years, it has been the Honkai Star Rail. Alright. I'm just like fast scrolling right now, just like... I don't think I'm gonna see anything. Monster Hunter? No, I don't think I'd put a Monster Hunter game on my list anywheres. Phoenix Wright. Ooh! Could I see Phoenix Wright 1 being on the list? Because that would be... that. Ooh. Or 3. What are 3? Oh god, I don't even know which one I'd put. I could cheat and put the collection. But... That's a toughie. That's an actual toughie. Ooh. All of them. All of the Phoenix Wrights. I mean, yeah, the first way I played it was not the trilogy, but like, well, kinda. My first experience with Phoenix Wright was the Wii versions. They were released separately. But I wouldn't even know if I consider them the best. One or I basically, the first playthrough really was the 3DS collection, I think it was. They released a trilogy out there. And I've only ever played the collection since, so it's like, oh. But I feel like it's cheating to put a trilogy, so I'll pick one. Just one. I think this is the one I want. Ace Attorney. The experience was on the DS. Yeah, I imagine that was a lot of people's... I mean, that was the first commercially available version, right? So it makes sense. That would be a lot of people's, like, first experience. But for me, it was the Wii version. The shake the stick to do the objection pose to send out an objection. Like, hell yeah. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Alright. You know, I have all this Dynasty Warrior music on my, like, playlist right now, but it's like, I don't even know if I'd put a Dynasty Warrior game on my list. Are there any Dynasty Warriors games that I've played that I would consider putting in my top 25 ever? No, 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 no. Almost, maybe, but no. Crossover games, Hyrule Warriors, Fire Emblem Warriors, no. Damn, we don't have a Warriors game. It's so fun. It's so fun and enjoyable, but oh man, there's too much holding him back. But if I really can't think of anything, I could put, I don't know, one of them. What about Dragon Ball games? That's a good question. Also followed by the question of what the hell music is this? It's my list. I don't recognize it. Oh, it's Miss Mouse theme from Thousand Year Door. Okay. Paper Mario. Dragon Ball games. What have I played? Budokai 3 is the only one I'd put on the list. Yeah, Budokai 3. I'll put Budokai. I can put Budokai and be happy about that. I have nothing but fond memories of playing Budokai 3. Alright, ooh, let's grab the version that right there. Dragon Ball Z, Budokai 3. Other than that, there are like no good Dragon Ball games. No, none of them good enough to be on the list. Like, Budokai 1 had the cutscenes and that was basically it. 2, I really hate the board game in some of those settings. I never played Infinite World. And the Tenkaichi games were okay at best, but they only got better even then. Sparking Zero is really good, but it does feel a little too basic. I gotta get back to Sparking Zero for the channel. We finished Goku's story. I gotta do the other ones now. Anyways, other Dragon Ball games. Battle of Z, I think it was called. Those names, because, you know, it's like Battle of Gods. The 4v4 game. I never got to play that with friends, but it was basic as hell. And then there was Ultimate Tenkaichi. No. And then finally Xenoverse, which Xenoverse 2 is still getting DLC, and it's like, I really want to go back to playing Xenoverse. I'm going to ignore that. I want to go back to Xenoverse 2, but I look at it and I just get intimidated by the amount of content. Like, I just want to play a new... Just give me a base version, maybe I'll play it from scratch, I don't know, but just looking at the amount of, like, release content is disgusting. But yeah, no, GT Final Bout, no. No, that game was bad. Same with Ultimate Battle 22, oh god. Oh god. Ugh. The PS1 Dragon Ball games were awful. Well, at least the ones that we got. I know there was a couple in Japan, but I don't know their overall quality. Same with Butoden, I never really played those because those were Japanese releases only. Although I do own, I think, Butoden 2. I bought it at a collector's thing a couple months ago. That was pretty cool for the Super Famicom, but it was good, but it was so bad. Oh my god, the dub was so bad. Last time I touched GT, I picked Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and I just repeatedly hit the square button, and the AI had no idea how to react to it. I was just doing a simple punch, and they just couldn't react, and it's like, this is so bad. And the dubbing was horrible, of course, go figure. This was before, like, Funimation had the rights to dubs, I think? Oh god. Oh god. Oh... It's a game that's, like, forever on my, like, list of games if I ever, emulate, but... Ugh, I know, disgusting word, but I would never put it in, like, anywhere near a top 10 list of any kind. Let alone the top 25 ever. Pan was underrated? I wouldn't know. I never used Pan. I was too busy using Goku and Vegeta and Gohan and Goku and more Goku and more Goku. Really, I don't think I probably only played that game for maybe like a cumulative total of 4 hours, so I don't know who I used. We just used those codes to unlock everybody, and we just had fun. But whatever. It was a whatever. I feel like I just had a thought on my mind, and I think I should put it on the list. I should put a wrestling game on here. And I should put, like, the best goddamn wrestling game there ever existed. I know we'll never see it again due to copyright issues, but I want my goddamn WWF No Mercy. Oh yeah, also I gotta put Dragon Ball up here, above Phoenix, right? Same with No Mercy. Yeah. That feels good. Good wrestling. That's... I can't believe Aki made, like, such amazing games, and then they just stopped. And then they just suddenly vanished into the ether after, like, 2 Def Jam games. No Mercy still to go, 100%. That game's biggest problem is that it existed on the Nintendo 64. Like, you can't play that with a modern controller makes the game a lot better. But definitely not with the base controller. Oh my god. But yeah, poor Aki. They made No Mercy. Then they made, like, Def Jam Vendetta, which was an alright wrestling game featuring rappers. And then they made Fight for New York, and that game was impossible to find for anything below a reasonable price. Oh, No Mercy, man. No Mercy is the game we played up with our cousins. They had a Nintendo 64. They had No Mercy. Oh, it was so fun to play. I remember remember a lot of days I would visit my grandmother because my grandmother babysat me back when I was in school at the time. I don't remember how old I was. And we were told by the cousins they didn't like us playing the games because I was a dumb child, whatever. Even though I didn't break anything. I was actually pretty respectful on their stuff. But they were all like, they play the game. One of the cousins is a giant fucking asshole. But that's a family drama thing I'm not gonna bring up on the channel. But yeah, no, No Mercy was... I love booting up No Mercy. They also had actually WCW NWO World Tour and Revenge 2, I believe. And they might have also had WrestleMania 2000. I don't know if they had all of them, but I played a lot of them, a lot of the Aki games. They were all really good. They were all really good, really, really good. Oh boy. But only No Mercy deserves to be on this top list. Honorable mention goes to, like, SmackDown 2, which is something we had the PlayStation, so that's what we played. We played like a crap ton of SmackDown 2, but it wasn't, I wouldn't say it's the top tier game. No Mercy's way better. It's a shame modern wrestling games, while good, or mostly good, they don't have that, like, thing to it, you know, that makes it, like, perfect. It's a shame. It's a shame. We're at 23 games. And I'm struggling to think. This might actually end up being my top 25. I don't know why. Just Phoenix Wright being here just is funny to me. Although, and I remember this very clearly, my friends were bringing up, man, you really like Phoenix Wright, because I think I had, like, an obsession at the time when I started playing it. It was like... So it kind of makes sense that it's on the list the more I think about it. Oh, man. Okay. That was weird. I just drug away. Alright, but what else? What else? I'm thinking really hard. I think I got steam coming out of my ears. Is there anything on modern consoles that besides Honkai and Dragon Quest III Remake that I would put on this list? And I can't think of anything. The list is mostly old games. Hey, what a coincidence, right? Nostalgia's a hell of a drug, as they say. It's gonna be tough. Ooh. I feel like there's something really obvious that I'm, like, forgetting about. To the point where I'm now checking, like, every Twitter account I follow. What a way to find out, right? Like, hey, what do I like? And it's just like, oh, of course. And I don't think I'm gonna find anything, but it will be, it could be insightful. It could be. I doubt any game. Man. Would I put it? If I put another Zelda game, it would probably be Ocarina of Time. I could. I don't know how I feel about that though. For some reason, I don't like it. How about Castlevania? Ooh, any Castlevania games? That would be. It would be either Circle of the Moon or Symphony of the Night. Symphony maybe, but I don't know. GTA 5? No. Oh god. I put too much time into GTA 5 than I would care to admit. I would not put it on here. Another Mega Man game. Man, I could be really controversial with Mega Man and put another one on here. But that's too much. My friend gave me a list of recommendations. Let's see what he said. Things that I might have forgotten about, right? Any Fire Emblems he put? Hello, internet. Hi, Daniel. What did I have any Fire Emblem games that I would put on my list? Let's see. I played through 1 and 7. Path of Radiance, I played most of. Surprisingly, not all of it. I don't recall. Awakening is pretty good, but those Awakening in 7 would probably be the only games I'd put on the list, and even then I don't feel strong about that. Oh, I think my music stopped again because it's like, oh, you did the dastardly thing of listening to it for a long time. Alright. So we're gonna... No, I can't think of any Fire Emblems. You recommended Tenkaichi 3 and Soul Calibur? No. We already got those. GTA 5? Ew, no. Marvel vs. Capcom? No. I like playing MVC 3, but... no. Probably not. Turok? No. The only Turok I've played was... I tried to play it on the N64 and Nintendo Switch Online. And... I couldn't stomach the tutorial. So that is my experience with the Turok series. And that's also where it ends. So no, I would not put Turok on here. Alright, so what else do we got on this recommendation? Halo 3. Halo 3 is good, but Reach gave me better memories. Borderlands 2, no. Smash Ultimate, yes. Double Dash, yes. Ocarina of Time. That's the... coming back to Ocarina of Time, but it's like... the tutorials are horrible. No, it was the controls that was driving me up the wall. The problem was the controls. It felt so bad. And I just, like, stopped playing it. When I did my Nintendo Switch Online video, I straight up stopped on the tutorials and went to something else because I was just so pissed off. So it gave me such a bad impression that if it's actually fine, the controls, then whatever. But yeah, I'm looking at Ocarina of Time, and it's like, I don't know how I feel about Ocarina of Time being on the top 25 list. Like, it's really good. It's obviously got a lot, but most of my enjoyment, yeah, you know what? I think Ocarina of Time should go. Ocarina. I wonder if Okar is enough to type in. It isn't. Damn. I was hoping. Let's grab Pocket Master Quest version. Why not? Oh god, you know what? For the sake of the video, no, never mind. No, I won't. Come on. Come to Papa. There we go. I already expanded this page long enough. That's the only one I'd probably add. And even then... I like Twilight Princess more. I like Twilight Princess way, way more. Twilight enough to type in, I just don't feel like typing whole words, okay? It is. Hooray! There we go. That's better. That is much better. Let's keep working on his list of recommendations that he gave me. Mario Party! Man, I sure would like to know what Mario Party's like. It's a damn shame my friends don't want to play it with me. Those bastards. Mario Party is fun, but I don't think I'd ever put it on a top list. Xenoblade. I have not played enough of Xenoblade to give an opinion. Dragon Quest III, Symphony of the Night. We talked about those. Tales of Arise. That was a good-ass RPG, but I don't think I'd put that on the top of my list. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I have to play that again before I could decide that. Yakuza 1, Metal Gear. I haven't played Metal Gear at all. Yu-Gi-Oh! 2008. That was fucking nostalgic as shit, but... no. Ooh, actually, I kind of, like, mentally glossed over all the Game Boy games. But I... are there any fucking portable games that I liked? Game Boy, the only thing I could think of was Pokemon Blue and Gold. And Heart Gold's already top of the list. So, GBA. There was Ruby. It was just Pokemon, that's all I could think of, as well as playing on emulation back in the day of Summon Night Swordcraft Story. Which is a game I should totally play on this channel. Whatever. I'd have to find a copy of that. If possible, find a copy of it so I can play on like a Game Boy player or something. Alright. Let's keep thinking. What else can we get? DS games. All that comes to mind are Pokemon games, because that's like all I played. And like Phantom Hourglass, and that game sucked. So, actually, I don't think there's anything on portable consoles. Oh, man. PSP, though. There was Dissidia? Dissidia 12 Duodecim? That's where my memory of the PSP lies. Vita had Persona 4 Golden, it had... okay. I can't think of anything with the fucking portable games. Wow. Like Pokemon, we got it. That's it. Done. Oh. Like, Dissidia, like, Duodecim was definitely the best of the Dissidia games. The less we talk about NT, the better. So that leaves that. I gotta start. 25th favorite game. Alright, I put it as a tag on my channel, mine for this video, Minecraft. Would I put Minecraft on my top 25? No, I wouldn't. There, I talked about all the games that are listed in my tags for this video. Lunar, oh, I haven't even played a Lunar game. I'm excited for the remakes or remasters coming out, but PSP was also sports heavy. It had a lot of JRPGs. It was a JRPG machine as far as I'm concerned. Like, you were feasting with the PSP's RPG games. Like Breath of Fire 3 was on there. There was a crappy Dungeons and Dragons game. There was Final Fantasies 1, 2, and 4. There was Persona 3 Portable. Like, the game they had a lot of really good JRPGs. But yeah, no, I need to play Lunar. Yeah, so I will be when the remaster comes out. I'll be checking it out for myself at least. So at least there's that. Alright. One more game. Why is... One more game that I've been positive about. I feel like I should look at my Final Fantasy tier list and just grab 4th place. Honestly, that might not be the worst idea. Which I think was Final Fantasy V. It might have been 5, I can't fully remember. I'm gonna have to pull it up on my computer. Alright. Let's take a look-see. I have the list somewheres. I just gotta find it. I saved it in case I needed it. Here we go. How do you want to open it? Ain't? Yeah, it was Final Fantasy V that I had in my 4th place spot. Would I put Final Fantasy V on this list? Looking at what I got here? Yeah. Actually, I would. Final Fantasy 5 and 6 were great. 6 was alright. 6 is a game I have a hard time going back to. Like, Final Fantasy 6's story is really good. Its gameplay basic stuff is really good, but I hate the leveling system beyond, like, I just hate it. I hate the fuck out of 6's leveling system. And also the amount of instant kill weapons they give you almost immediately preceded by putting you in places where enemies are immune to instant kill to the point where they'll heal off of it is like, it was so stressful. It's so stupid. But Final Fantasy V, that game's fucking perfect for what it is. It's going on this list. Let's grab this version of 5. I like that artwork the most. Yeah, I feel comfortable putting 5 here. Better than Twilight Princess. Yep. It's just jumping up here. Resident Evil 4. Yep. Past there. It's going up high. Bloodborne? Yeah. Yep. Boom. That might be a good spot. Alright, let's go over this real quick. Am I wrong, quote-unquote, of anything on my list? Is there something that I want to change? In terms of positioning. Because a lot of this could also come down to the fact that I thought about it after the fact. So maybe it'd be worth changing? The Pokemon's going in number 1. Final Fantasy number 2. Yep. Yep. Kirby. Yep. This is so far correct. God, it feels weird seeing Honkai Star Rail here. But it is what it is. Battle Hunter. Yeah. Maybe I drop Battle Hunter a couple spots. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. Feels right so far. Bloodborne higher than Battle Hunter. Yeah, Battle Hunter's probably gonna get dropped a lot on this list. I love the game, but yeah, it was a discount game for a reason, in terms of overall content. But it's still it's a great multiplayer party game. That's as far as it goes. Let's just drop this down the list as far as I have to. Down here, below 4, before Yakuza. Yeah. Right here. Alright. Sure. But otherwise, I think I'm actually comfortable with this list. I think this is the list. I'm feeling pretty comfortable saying that that's it. I think it is. I think that's my top 25 games of all time. I bet you I'm gonna like save this list, send it around, show it to people, and then I'm immediately gonna go, "What the fuck was I thinking?" You know, putting Yakuza at like 19th place, right? Like, what am I doing, right? Oh fuck. If it was like top series ever, Yakuza would probably be like 3rd or 4th place. Oh man, but that's not that. That's on this list, right? It's games. It's games. It's a shame that there's not really a lot of modern games that just stick with me. Like, Smash is basically a series that gets better with every game, right? Same with, like, Mario Kart, but Mario Kart's Double Dash is such a unique experience that it's almost worth having it on its own. But, like, I can't think of, like, any other modern games. I can't think of any, and that's... I must be forgetting something. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But nothing comes to mind. Things I'm like, yeah, they're good, but it's like, of all time? That's the difference. That's a different question. So, I'm gonna have to stick with this list. I think I'm gonna have to stick with it. Just so I can get criticized and people can tell me otherwise, no, you're wrong. And I'll be like, oh, of course. Of course. It's not about total game time. That's an important thing to factor, because then GTA 5 would be higher on the list, and no. It's a good time sink, but that's about it. Same with, like, every Elder Scrolls game that exists. I loved playing Morrowind for a little bit, and I played all the way through Oblivion, and I barely touched Skyrim, but I wouldn't put those in, like, a top guest list ever. They're good for modding, that's for sure. That's about it. But yeah. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna make a save. I'm gonna save this list. I'm gonna download it so I can keep it forever on my computer. Top 25 games of all team. I can't spell. I can't spell at all. Help me. I can't even spell my own name. There we go. Nathaniel Razhe's top 25 games of all team. Here we are. We got it. Pokemon, Final Fantasy, Kirby Superstar, Mega Man X, Final Fantasy VII, Smash Bros. Ultimate, Mega Man X4, Final Fantasy Tactics, Zelda Link to the Past, especially thanks to randomizers, Brave Fencer Musashi, Honkai Star Rail, Dragon Quest III HD Remake, Mario Kart Double Dash, Final Fantasy V, Bloodborne, Soul Calibur 3, Halo Reach, Resident Evil 4, Yakuza Kiwami 2, or just 2 in general, if 2 ends up being the better one, I don't know. Neo 2, Budokai 3, Dragon Ball Z, WWF No Mercy, Battle Hunter, Phoenix Wright, and Twilight Princess. That feels good. 25th is probably the most questionable spot, because I feel like Zelda was more of a fill-in, but I also just can't think of anything better. Like I said, I'm probably going to publish this list, show it to everyone, and just go, oh, of course. How could I put Twilight Princess here? Which I say, it came out at the right time. It came out at the right time. Oh, man. Although, maybe when I finish it, I could see Baldur's Gate 3 also being up here. But I have to finish Baldur's Gate 3 before I want to give that a fair opinion. It's a chunky fucking game. Jesus Christ. My save file says 140 hours. So, it's doing something, right? But also, it is that LP obligations. But it's up there. That's for sure. That might be like 26th place. I'm thinking about it now. It's just like, put it on the list, put it on the list, put it on the list. I just want to play Baldur's Gate 3 multiplayer. Maybe that'll be the deciding factor. I just want to play it. Everyone I have a lot of people who own the game, but we haven't played it yet. And I want to do a rogue run. I want to play as a rogue. I want to play as an Eldritch Knight. I want to play as an anti-paladin. Or not an anti-paladin, Oathbreaker. My bad, that's a very different thing. Like, I want to do a bunch of playthroughs with friends. It's not that hard. Just give it to me. Just give it to me! Friends! Stop being bitches and play Mario Party with me, too! Alright. I'm gonna get going. I think this is actually a really good list. I'm happy with it. I'm content. It's 9:30. Yeah, I'll wrap things up here. I could theoretically boot up Nintendo Switch Online and get caught up on some games, but we'll pass on that for now. You know, I should record a bunch of Nintendo Switch Online stuff soon. I have been ignoring those games for the past while. I need to, like, play catch up on those. They keep releasing individual games, can you blame me? But anyways, yeah, I'm feeling good on that list. So we'll wrap this up here on this list. I'm happy. I'm pretty much happy right now. And the more I look at it, the more I question if I should put Baldur's Gate here or not. I have Baldur's Gate 3 on all. I have it on PlayStation and PC, so come on. Alright. So we'll wrap things up here. Like I said, I'm content, satisfied, and we'll get going. So, that being said, let's get some quick wrap-ups taken care of. As I mentioned before, for streaming purposes, I am doing the Yakuza 1 right now. We'll be back with it on Monday with Yakuza 1 Chapter 5, the story, so yay. We met Haruka, and we went to the Millennium Tower, to the bar, and we got this guy to say funny lines, because the English dub is hilarious, and I love it. Check it out. I'm enjoying it. Tuesday and Thursday, we got Mega Man X3. We're getting in the later half of that. And I want it to end. Oh god, I want it to end so badly. We're close to the end. We're close, but not close enough as far as I'm concerned. That's Mega Man X3 every Tuesday and Thursday. So the next episode was out today, but we're close to the end. We're getting close to the end of that. On top of that, we got Wednesdays and Fridays, which is Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past. I'm calling it the New Year Randomizer because I couldn't think of a more original name. That just started. Part 2 is up on Tuesday. Or not Tuesday, sorry, Wednesday. My bad. I got my days mixed up. That's been going on really well. Usually I stream the Links to the Past randomizers, but I was like, I want to play it and I don't got any time, so we're gonna upload it. Yay! I'll probably again be doing it. Also doing a randomizer probably in the middle of the year for our anniversary stream. So that'd be great. Maybe. Haven't decided yet. So that's but that's Wednesday, Friday. Is that New Year's randomizer? Check that shit out. We're struggling almost immediately with that game. Oh god. Next up, of course, and as I basically more or less just mentioned, Baldur's Gate 3, Saturday and Sunday. We're in Act 3. We're very deep into it. I honestly wonder how far away I am from the ending to that. I don't know how much longer I have of Baldur's Gate 3. It feels like I'm close, but it also feels like there's like 7,000 more quests to do, so I don't know. That's every Saturday and Sunday. And then, of course, we got on Yakuza, we got Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Oh. Great time. It's a great time to be alive on this channel. And, yeah, that's all I got to say. My brain's not thinking of anything else to wrap things up this, other than to, hey, if you have a game that you think should be on a top 25 list and definitely should not have a top 25 list, if you think my top 25 is garbage, tell me what you think is garbage, and I will maybe listen. Feel free to just hit me up with some favorites in the comments below, you know? Or if you're watching it live, just quickly throw them at me right now. You know? But yeah, this is a lot of fun. Top 25 in the year 2025. I'm glad we could do it. That being the case, this is the real top list, and I don't care what anyone says. Battle of Hunter for life! Woohoo! This is the real top 25, baby! You can't tell me otherwise! You can't tell me that I'm wrong! Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell, all of that good stuff. And until I see you guys again, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful night. This is Captain Razhe, and I am heading out. I hope everyone has a good 2025, because if you don't, I will hunt you down and kill you and make you enjoy it in some way or another. Because you will be happier when you're dead if you're this miserable already. Have a good one, everybody. Be good. Don't be bad. Have a good one. Goodbye.